A new game was soft launched on February 1st, 2018. It was called Angry Birds Blast Island. Other names for it were Angry Birds Island and Angry Birds Blast 2. It was similar to Angry Birds Blast, but just with village building mechanics. It got removed from the App Store and Google Play the same time as that awful Purge Rovio did in 2019, but we'll talk about that later. Also, this would be the only game to come out this year, but it was a soft launch, so not technically released. So no Angry Birds games came out this year. This and 2020 are the only years so far not to have a game properly released. 9th of June is when a new series on the Angry Birds official YouTube channel aired. It was called Angry Birds World Cup, and was released to promote the 2018 World Cup. The football team Everton heavily appears because in 2017, Angry Birds became a sponsor for them. The show is mostly live action and is about random kids competing in football competitions. Though there are some animated segments with animations similar to Makerspace, the show is a piece of shit. 11th of July is when the last episode aired. There was also an Angry Birds Friends tournament for the World Cup called Bird Cup. September 10th is when the Kentucky Fried Chicken tournament came to Angry Birds Friends. It ended on the 14th. October 3rd is when another Angry Birds show came out. It was called Angry Birds Zero Gravity and was made to promote space events in Angry Birds 2 and Angry Birds Blast. There were only 3 episodes that averaged about 45 seconds, so there really wasn't much made for this show. The last episode aired on October 13th. October 17th is when Stella came to Angry Birds 2 for the Halloween update, though she wasn't playable till the 19th. I think it should have been Bubbles added for the Halloween update, but we'll talk about him later. October 18th is when the Iron Maiden tournament started in Angry Birds Friends. The first one was called Wicker Man, and ended on the 21st. The Power Slave one started on the 22nd and ended on the 26th, and the Underworld started on the 27th and ended on the 31st. Another show came out on November 17th. Thankfully, the show was good, and the episodes were longer than 45 seconds, unlike the other two. It was, of course, Angry Birds on the Run. It was live action and was about Red, Chuck and Bomb being trapped outside the game, and they need to get back in. The characters use the TCC Global plushies. King Pig and Corporal Pig both appear as well. This is also the first time King Pig has appeared for 2 years. The last episode aired on April 20th, 2019. The Pink Friday tournament in Angry Birds Friends started on the 22nd and ended on the 28th. It was the first time Stella appeared in the game, and the tournament was Angry Birds Stella themed with Gale and Handsome Pig as pigs. December 13th is when Hal came to Angry Birds 2 for Christmas. December 13th is when the Angry Birds Friends Holiday 2018 tournament started. The first one was called Hugman's Hoax Saving Santa. It ended on the 19th. The second one was called Merry Morning Mayhem. It started on the 20th and ended on the 26th. And Happy Pork Year started on December 27th and ended on January 2nd, 2019. And that is 2018. Fuck all happened, I know, but at least you can still officially download the classic game this year. Anyway, on to 2019. Well, stuff happened this year, for better or for worse. I'll give you a clue, it wasn't for the better. January 24th is when the shittest game known to man came out. It was called Angry Birds Dream Blast. An Angry Birds Friends tournament was also made for it. All I have to say about Dream Blast is, this game blows. Thankfully, we got a good game on 7th of February. It was Angry Birds VR Isle of Pigs. It was a single-shot game, but in VR. Red, Chuck, Bomb, and the Blues are all playable with their usual powers. Later on, an AR version was released for mobile devices. March 26th is when Bubbles came to Angry Birds 2 for the spring update. Angry Birds Pop 2 was released on different dates in a couple countries. It was released in UK, Australia, Canada, Finland, Poland, and Sweden on April 12th, and the USA on May 24th. The game is honestly pretty shit and not entertaining. Also, on a side note, I used to upload videos on my channel from 26th of December 2018 to December 2019. I'd upload shitty and cringy videos. I deleted them all in December of 2019 and started fresh in February of 2020. You might be like, well, what does this have to do with Angry Birds Pop 2? Well, one of these videos was an Angry Birds Pop 2 review, when it first came out. It's honestly pretty shit, and there is a link for it in the description if you want to watch it for some reason. The game was also later renamed Angry Birds Pop Blast, and was removed from App Stores and Google Play in early 2020. Movie versions of Super Red, Laser Chuck, and Fire Bomb also appear. May 30th is when Angry Birds Explore released. It was just a game where you scanned bird codes. That was on Angry Birds Movie 2 merchandise. The ones released for the first movie will also work with this game. June 1st, 2019 to January 4th, 2020 is when the shit show Angry Birds Makerspace came out. It's really bad and is about the birds and pigs making things and dabbing. July 19th is when Angry Birds Friends released a Microsoft Store port for PC. This version replaced the practice game mode with the Friendship Tower, and later renamed the Piggy Tower. I also changed the music to a remastered version of the original Rockin' Rio theme. Both these changes came to the mobile version later. 2nd of August is when the Angry Birds Movie 2 came out in the UK. It was about Red, Chuck, Bob, Silver, Mighty Eagle, Leonard, Courtney, and Gary teaming up to stop Zeta from destroying their islands. Also, it turns out that Zeta was trying to destroy their island just to get back at Mighty Eagle for fucking her, then proposing to her, then leaving. No joke, they literally had a kid. The end of the movie, however, shows them getting married. The movie is very bad, and luckily it didn't do very good at the box office. That means no Angry Birds Movie 3. But there isn't really any more to say on this. 6th of August is when the PlayStation VR exclusive game, The Angry Birds Movie 2 VR Under Pressure released. I don't have anything else to say. 7th of August is when the Angry Birds Movie 2 event started in Angry Birds 2. Leonard became a playable character. Zeta also replaced King Pig, who is Chef Pig, as the boss for a limited time. Now this is also around about the time when Rovio do the worst thing they've ever done, which was of course, remove the classic games. I'm not kidding you. Angry Birds Seasons, Angry Birds Rio, Angry Birds Space, Bad Piggies, Angry Birds Star Wars, Angry Birds Star Wars 2, Angry Birds Go, and Angry Birds Epic all get removed from App Stores and Google Play in the summer. Bad Piggies would later get put back up though. Rovio claimed that this was just for testing purposes. They later said that they wouldn't put them back up and continue to update them so they can focus on newer games. I mean, I guess this makes sense, but if every single one of these games had over 100 million downloads each, apart from Angry Birds Epic, on Google Play Store alone, it seems fucking ridiculous to remove them, especially seeing as apart from Angry Birds 2 and Friends, the ones that are currently up have like 10 million each, if not less. So the classics were still more popular. What was Rovio on? 12th of August is when Angry Birds Friends got the second movie tournament. The first one had 3 parts and was called Prank Wars. The first part went from August 12th to the 14th, the second part went from 15th to the 18th, and the third part went from 17th to the 18th. Leonard was a boss pig in all these levels. The next set was called Operation Eagle Island. The first part ran from the 19th to 21st, the second ran from 22nd to 23rd, and the third part ran from 24th to 25th. Zeta was a special boss eagle in this levels. Now is when second movie things kind of calmed down a bit, thankfully. October 19th is when Angry Birds Adventure Golf opened. Not really much to say. The Halloween tournament in Angry Birds Friends started on October 21st. It was called Pig or Treat. It went up to the 23rd. The second part ran from 24th and 25th, and the third ran from 26th to 27th. The second half was called the Adhams Family. It also had 3 parts. The first part ran from 20th to 30th, second part ran from 31st to 1st, and the third went from 2nd to 3rd. 12th of November is when Bring the Anger started. This was to raise money for UNICEF. All you had to do was pop Pigs Angry Birds 2. He teamed up with a bunch of YouTubers like Mr. Beast to sponsor them. Bring the Anger was also made to celebrate the 10th anniversary. They made some crummy scooter that if you scream on it, it moves. Also, someone who looks like Morgs' mum is the person on the scooter. And there was even an event at Times Square with a booth that you could hit and punch to let your anger out. Speaking of the 10th anniversary, a few games got some updates for it. Angry Birds 2 got special hats, Angry Birds Pop got something, Angry Birds Evolution got classic Red, Chuck, and Bomb as playable characters. Well, technically the Toons versions of them, but they're still, they get called the classic versions. Also, Angry Birds Friends got some tournaments. The first part ran from December 9th to the 11th, second part ran from the 12th to the 13th, and the third part ran from 14th to 15th. And finally, Angry Birds Friends Christmas Tournament for the year had 2 parts. The first part was called Merry Sweetmas and ran from 16th to 19th. The second part was called Merry Sweetmas Eve. It ran from December 23rd to January 5th. And that concludes Angry Birds' worst year of all time. I mean, of course it was the worst year for the franchise. Classic games got removed, the shitty movie came out, barely anything for the 10th anniversary, and Dream Blast being a thing. Can Rovio make it up to us in 2020? Find out right now. So the year started with a sad announcement in Angry Birds Star Wars, Angry Birds Star Wars 2, and Angry Birds Rio. The announcement was that ads in the games wouldn't be available anymore, as well as all in-app purchases, meaning that the games were just dead. Though this announcement was not in any of the other games that got removed. February 11th is when Angry Birds Tennis soft launched for some countries on iOS. It was cancelled in September. 10th of March is when Angry Birds Casual self-launched on iOS devices in a few countries. Almost a year later, in January 2021, it came to more countries on Android devices under the name Angry Birds Journey, which, if you've been keeping up with my channel recently, I've made 2 videos on the game. Go check them out after this video's ended. Angry Birds Legends was soft-launched in some countries in March. It's a turn-based RPG like Angry Birds Epic, but saying it's like Angry Birds Epic isn't a really good comparison, seeing as Angry Birds Epic is actually good. The game thankfully closed down in December because the beta didn't get very good feedback. April 13th is when Angry Birds Friends got the Easter Pig Hunt tournament. It first ran until the 15th. The second part ran from 16th to 17th, and the third one ran from the 18th to 19th. Angry Birds Friends got the Everton tournament on April 30th. Part 1 ran from 30th to the 2nd of May, Part 2 ran from 3rd to the 5th, and Part 3 ran from 6th to the 7th. June 7th is when Angry Birds On The Run Season 2 came out. The first episode was just a special parodying Love Island, and as someone who hates Love Island, I thought it was crap. But the actual episode should be like season... Oh, they were all shit. And episode 7 has a Shutterstock video, but the watermark's still present. But also, no joke, interrupted a 2-parter for our Halloween special. They released Flock Face Off Part 1, then Let's Play a Game, then Flock Face Off Part 2. You might be like, oh, well they needed to get the Halloween special out before Halloween. Let's Play a Game came out on October 17th, and Flock Face Off Part 2 came out on October 24th. What the hell was Rovio on? Let's Play a Game and Flock Face Off were probably the only good episodes as well. The others were just so boring, short, and unfunny. The last proper episode was Flock Face Off Part 2, but the last episode was the Christmas special, Christmas Rhyme, which came out on November 14th. August 31st is when Angry Birds Bubble Trouble released. The best way to describe it is Angry Birds Dream Blast Toons. It's really bad. The Angry Birds Friends tournament, Pig Normal Activity, had 3 parts that all came out from the 19th to the 1st. The ad for it just lazily reused the Double Trouble ad from 2017. The Christmas tournament for the year just reuses the exact same level types from 2018. The levels were different though. The first one was Hogmas Hoke Saving Santa, which ran from December 14th to 19th. The second one was Merry Morning Mayhem, which ran from 20th to 27th. And the third one was Happy Pork Year, which ran from 29th to the 3rd. And that's the end. I can't believe it's finally over. I thought of this idea around last year and it's over. Thank you all for the amount of views the parts in this series got. Stay tuned for part 5, coming out in 2024. It will be about 2021 to 2023, and will either be called The Renaissance, or Still in the Dark Age. Hopefully it'll be the first one, with Bitch leaving and as CEO and Alexandri Polita Nomad stepping in her place, might bring the franchise back to greatness. Or continue where Bitch left off and keep destroying the franchise. Well, see you there.